And I am back once again for my continued coverage of the 2022 G1 Climax Tournament. We are on day 15. Once again, we have 5 matches to go through, so let's get right to it. Starting out with the D block, we have El Phantasmo defeating David Finley. Cannot believe that happened. Kevin Kelly starts talking about the possibility of a 7-way tie at 6 points. I don't see it that way. I think it will get way too complicated. I think the winner is going to have 8 points with somebody having the tiebreaker. Again, it's going to come between David Finley and Will Ospreay. It's a fairly even match early on. We get good pinning sequences with roll-ups that are executed very well between these two. ELP uses a lot of high-risk moves during this match. It's fast-paced, but it lacks a bit of intensity. I would expect a lot more aggression from David Finley. ELP surprisingly was in control more than I expected him to be. The finish of his match was another pinning sequence involving a lot of roll-ups. ELP finally got Finley in a crucifix, securing the 1-2-3. So, shocking win, but it was a convincing win. Finley, in a show of sportsmanship, offers a handshake, but ELP instead two-sweets his forehead and then takes off running, keeping his heat. Such a good heel. Next up, from the B block, we have Tama Tonga defeating the Great-O-Kahn. Great-O-Kahn is mathematically eliminated going into this match. This has not been a good showing for Kahn. I would have expected him to get a couple more wins. They could have thrown him a bone. Come on, only 2 points? Fuck out of here. This is the first singles match between these two. Kahn during this match is showing a little bit more of his heel side, not relying so much on his mat skills as he's done previously. Perhaps he's a little pissed off that he's only at 2 points, so the heel side of him is coming out a little bit more. He wrestled more of Tonga's type of match, which was more of a brawl. He should have stuck to the ground mat-based wrestling style. Good match between these two. It could have gone either way in my opinion. Great-O-Kahn went for the eliminator, but Tama turned it into the gun stun for the win, although Kahn managed to get his shoulder up right after the 3 count, so it's still a loss. Tama Tonga with 8 points. Great-O-Kahn again only at 2. Going to the C block, we have Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Evil. And Zack Sabre Jr. pulls a fast one. We get Fujita coming out in Zack Sabre Jr.'s jacket, but he's wearing a hat with his head down and he has a mask. Dick Togo and Evil run up the ramp and attack who they think is Zack Sabre Jr., but it's not Zack. It's Fujita. Once they remove the hat and the mask, they are shocked to learn that is not Zack Sabre Jr. Zack comes out from the back and easily take both men down for an early advantage. Zack stays 1 step ahead of Dick and Evil, avoiding a trip and a low blow. Evil goes for the everything is evil, but is countered into a Euro clutch for a quick 3 count. This is the fastest pin of the tournament. This match only lasted all of like 2 or 3 minutes. Zack celebrated on the ramp with Fujita as Evil and Dick Togo ran at him, totally pissed off. Evil is mathematically eliminated from winning the block. Zack Sabre Jr. is at 8 points. Evil is at 4. Up next, for the A block, Kazuchika Okada defeats Tom Lawlor. And this was an obvious win for Okada. We get no shimmy from Tom Lawlor. He wrestles Okada down to the mat. Then he takes the denim off once Okada goes to the outside. Lawlor's style works well against Okada. His mat-based wrestling and MMA background work very effective. Lawlor worked over the arm so much that when Okada was able to drop him with a landslide and went for the Rainmaker, he lost his grip due to the weakened left arm. Okada manages to escape the nasty knee twice and then managed to get Tom Lawlor rolled up, trap the legs, and gets the pin. This was a great match for Tom Lawlor, even in defeat. He really showed what he was capable of. Him and Okada, absolutely amazing. Cannot be disappointed. Kazuchika Okada at 8 points. Tom Lawlor still at 4. And in our main event, we have Hirooki Goto defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi. And of course, this is the same matchup we saw before the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Face versus face with Tanahashi is usually not a favorite of mine. Goto finally gets his win back. I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised with this match. Both men were very assertive, not so much aggressive in the early stages of the match, but very assertive. The match does get aggressive, however, as it moves on. Tanahashi slaps Goto in the jaw, drawing blood. His mouth was bleeding. Apparently, they said that he broke his jaw in the very same manner back in 2012. So they have a little bit of a callback to the Tanahashi-Goto match from way back when. This match was way better, in my opinion, than their previous one to qualify for the interim AEW title match. Goto goes with the Shotokai, then the GTR for the pin and the win. Goto walks away with 6 points. Hiroshi Tanahashi also at 6 points. So this is day 15. So let's talk about the standings so far. We're almost near the end of this tournament. Okada is still leading the A block with 8 points, being closely followed by Jonah and Lance Archer. Okada is easily winning this block. He's going to beat Lance Archer and be up to 10 points. The B block, we have a two-way tie. Tama Tonga and Jay White with 8 points, with Sonata following them with 6 points. The C block is dominated by Zack Sabre Jr. with 8 points, but followed closely by Hirooki Goto, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Tetsuya Naito, each at 6 points. And in the D block, we have a two-way tie. David Finley and Yujiro Takahashi, at 6 points. Oh, really? So, yeah, right now the block leaders are David Finley and Yujiro Takahashi. That's going to be it for today. I will see you next time as we continue to day 16. Be sure to come back, hit that subscribe button so you do not miss my next review. Until next time, come get slammed.